Good afternoon, everyone. It feels really great to be among some of the brightest minds handling money matters. Yeah. Uh, as the track is rightly named, diligence. I am sure that the people in this room are the ones handed over with the responsibility of being extremely diligent in the decisions that are being made by the organizations, by the companies. And I am here to discover a really very important asset which forms part of the wealth portfolio of most of the individuals, that is land. So traditionally, the way in which land has been bought or sold is seen to be extremely unorganized, and there are very few branded players that you would have heard of who help us, go through this journey of having 100% trust and without a lot of diligence going ahead with the purchase. So allow me next 10 to 15 minutes to take you through this journey. Who we are, probably you would all be familiar with the brand name Lodha. I am sure most of you would also be staying in the towers in and around Mumbai. I can see some really broad smiling faces. So presenting to you the House of Abhinandan Lodha, what we are trying to do is completely revolutionize the way in which land is being purchased. So when it comes to plotted land till now, whatever transactions we would have had, probably it would be मैं इसको जानता हूँ, उसने मुझे introduce किया और फिर मैंने वो land खरीद लिया. And then you would also hear stories of अरे बहुत बड़ी गलती हो गई, वो land पे तो litigation चल रहा है and now I am stuck in the court doing rounds कि क्या चल रहा है, right? So as you can see, we are the ones who are bringing to you completely trust-based process wherein you can be owners of the land. And as you can see, we have already trusted customers from more than 15 countries and more than 23 states and 107 cities, right? So as you can see, the success is also evidenced by growth. We are a young brand. We just completed 3 years and we already have 6,000 plus customers with us. And I'll be very proud to say we have already sold 11 million square feet of land, of which 4 million square feet is already delivered and 15 million square feet is under development, right? So for sake of simplicity, I would like to take you through what our brand does with a simple story of Goa, how we have been able to transform a place which has eyeballs of almost every individual in the country. These days you must be seeing also in the newspapers, there are multiple headlines as to what is happening in Goa, right? So this was our first project, Imperial Goa, which was launched 2 years ago. And the way you would be diversifying your portfolio with multiple assets, this project had delivered appreciation of 25% within 6 months of our customers buying it. And I would like to show you how our project looked like. These are the actual photos. Within 2 years, we have been able to deliver this project, right? So this is the actual picture shot at the location. This is how the clubhouse looks like. So I'm sure you would all be probably at some point receiving calls or hearing about the projects. So what is being promised is being delivered, is what I want to highlight here, right? Second development in Goa was Gulf of Goa, again 7 minutes from the Dabolim airport, and these are the renders you can see. This project will also be shortly delivered. So these are some of the renders of the development. What I want to bring to your notice today is another multi-bagger investment we are coming up with to enrich your portfolios. And before we go to that, I would want to briefly touch upon what Goa is to us, right? One of the top 10 busiest airports in India, the kind of traffic it is seeing not just from domestic locations but also from international locations. There is a 139% increase in year-on-year foreign tourist arrivals. There are 32 five-star hotels, which is the most dense you can see across any state. Apart from there, whichever state sees so much of influx also has infrastructure development. The government commits to 5,400 crores of development, and it is of course only state in top 15 global destinations. Right? So I think you all must be aware Goa is poised for the next growth wave, and there is obviously an impact of dual airports, and you all must also be visiting for unwinding, I am sure, with your teams. First location that comes to mind is Chalo Goa Chalte Hain. Of course, government policies are also being made in a large way to support. I'm sure you all must have followed budget very, very closely. One of the most important pointers for all the stakeholders in this room, and as you would have seen, capital gains has been now changed from 3 years to 2 years. Of course, 20% has now reduced to 12.5%. With that, a lot of impact is going to be there for people who are going to invest in land and real estate in the upcoming years, right? Okay, so this is one slide where I want to touch base upon a very small aspect which most of us are unaware unless and until we go into dealing the property, right? So, while land is available in abundance, there is very little land which is available from a consumption perspective as an end customer. So there is total of 3,700 square kilometer of land available in Goa, but of that only 4% is being earmarked for development. And within that 4%, we have only 1% land which is called the Sanad land, which is where people like you and I are able to purchase and utilize it as an end product, right? So this 1% Sanad land will include a lot of due diligence and processes and paperwork and agreements, which is what we are going to simplify for you. All that headache will be taken up by our team so that you can rest assured and enjoy your property, right? Just want to take you guys through some interesting numbers. This will definitely excite you. I think this is the most important slide. I can see some really happy faces. So if you see North Goa, in 2008 was at 2,300 rupees per square feet, which has grown to 11,650 in 2023. Within 15 years, we can see there's a 5x returns, and in South, there's a 4x returns. And we want to introduce you to a new location now, which is going to follow suit. So Bicholim, I want to introduce you, which is near our new airport, Mopa International Airport, and there are multiple infrastructure projects around it. So where does Bicholim lie? This is the map of Goa. You can see some famous landmarks over here. So Bicholim has proximity to most of the places within an hour where you can travel comfortably. These are some of the undiscovered places which probably we lose out on when we are in Goa and restrict ourselves to only the coastline. So as you can see, there is Diwar Island, which is barely 20 minutes from Bicholim. There is Basilica of Bom Jesus. All of us are aware of that particular church, right? And so on and so forth. So you guys must be now thinking, what is a proposition? What is it that you have to offer, right? So one, I have explained the location, infrastructure, and an eternal vibe, right? So this is going to be a 5-star development. Keeping in mind customers as yourself, people like you, there will be a really good gentry. People who are associating with us are all at a very senior level who would like to engage in their leisure time as well and have really good discussions even when they are unwinding. So this is a 130 plus acre, I believe one of the largest developments you would see in any holiday location, and it will be equipped with amenities that you have probably not experienced so far. So let me take you through some of the renders which the development is envisioning. The grand entrance is going to look something like this. This is a grand multi-tiered clubhouse. We have associated with Ensign APD as our architecture. They are internationally renowned, and they are the ones who are going to ensure that a lot of global aspects are being considered while bringing this development to life, right? You can see this multi-tiered clubhouse, one of its kind, probably in very few developments you would see this in entire India. This is the clubhouse swimming pool. And I think next slide is going to be a really big, exciting slide, which is the man-made sea and beach. Now, many of you would have this question when you were looking at the location, Goa mein ja rahe, lekin beach kahan hai? So this slide answers your question. This is probably one of its kind in India. Such concepts are available only in Dubai or Middle East. And this is the first time we are bringing a beach in 2.5 acres of land with a coastline as large as 1 kilometer. So all of you would have heard of Baga Beach, has a coastline of 850 meters. This coastline is going to be larger than that of Baga Beach, with a very controlled gentry. Baga Beach obviously has tourists all over the world, so this will be restricted to the people who are part of the development. So a much more beautiful experience. This is the culinary zone where you can have your beer and drinks and chit chat with your friends and family, right? So just a small brief about Enzyme APD. These are the architects with whom we have associated, and these are some of the projects they have already delivered in China, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Dominican Republic, so on, right? So one very beautiful part of our development is also green spaces, wherein we would want to encourage being a carbon negative environment. We all are very conscious about environment, and we would want that to happen. So you can see there will be 12 plus green spaces with more than 5,000 square feet each, and 6,000 plus trees with 30 plus species. So 5 stars for lifestyle and 5 stars for the experience. You can count on that. Okay, so but how do you value land? I think you guys are more adept to answering such questions. How do you arrive at valuation of something? So you would have seen that wherever there were upcoming airports, they have seen maximum growth. Classic example is that of Navi Mumbai. Once Navi Mumbai airport was announced in last 15 years, it has already seen 4.3 times growth. Jewar airport has seen 6.6 times growth in 12 years. Devanahalli airport has seen 5.5 times growth in 15 years. And with that, this is going to be the X factor, which is going to also lead to a sharp increase in the prices of petroleum. Here you can see some of the locations that are highlighted. Asagaon is at 2.5 crore, Kalangut 1.35, Dabolim is at 1.6. So how do we, discover a price for petroleum? So any thoughts? What should be the price of petroleum? Where it is a branded land with such amenities and such luxury, unparalleled and unmatched for only you guys. I think I can see few people nodding and they have a number in their head. So let me not make you guys wait. So just summarizing, game-changing new airport. I think people who have visited Mopa can see it's a mini version of the international airport at Mumbai, right? There are 32 5-star hotels, most dense in the state. Booming economic corridor with 5,400 crores of investment from the government. Top 15 global travel destinations. Scarcity of land, which I have already explained. If you are going to go and do it on your own, it is going to take a lot of your time and bandwidth, which you probably would not want to waste, right? 5-star branded development, and this is the Goa's first 5-star hotel in Bicholim at CODENAME G.O.A. Right? So without further ado, would want to launch this. These are large size villa plots, and this is the pre-launch phase. So we are doing it at 99 lakhs for 1,500 square feet. And having said that, for this particular audience, we definitely have something in store. So we have our booth right outside. People who like this project and want to know more, would want to associate, would want to explore, please feel free to drop in, and we would like to take this ahead. Right? So why should you book now? Probably I think I can see all of you are really excited about your corporate life, and hence you are here. Probably you should also think about now unwinding and a place which you would like to own and call it your home, second home maybe, right? So own branded land at pre-launch price, and you will get a early preference, of course. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for your time.